All right, so we already had a conversation going on. We are absolutely streaming live right now. Future is mining absurdity, and I'm gonna tell you why. See, I didn't even intend for this to happen, but it seems like we discovered some kind of loop in the matrix. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know what's going on, but all I do know is that I found out today, to my surprise, that the famed Nancy Kerrigan Nancy Kerrigan, you got to remember Nancy, because she got hit in the kneecap with a metal pipe on the directions of a woman that she was competing against, Tanya Harding. I think she had her boyfriend or her somebody, I don't know, some doofus attacked this woman. This is over figure skating, mind you. These are figure skaters. That's what they do for a living. They put on ice skates and they do twirls and all kind of jumps and shit. And she was like, "Get a pipe and hit that bitch in the kneecaps immediately because I don't want to compete against her." Which is some of the most gangster shit I ever seen in my life. I don't know why we all cared. For some reason, this was like a big thing. If this happened today and they got that type of news coverage, I'm pretty sure most people would say it was a psyop and Nancy Kerrigan was actually cloned, or like there would be a whole lot of stories happening. But no, none of that was happening back then. They were just concerned for her. I remember seeing her holding her knee, screaming, "Why?" Like Peter Griffin when he falls down and she's holding her knee. Why would you do this to me? Matter of fact, this is it right here, bro. She was skating around. She was just doing her thing, minding her business, and then some big doofus hits her in the kneecap with a metal pipe. I'm not laughing at the situation. I just think this is a cultural rift that happened. Everybody was watching at the same time. Fucking figure skater got hit in the kneecap, but that happened on January 6th, and I think there may be some type of significant connection. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm still unraveling it, but I think there may be some kind of significant connection about January 6th and attacks on something. America, innocence, um, cis women. I mean, but just Nancy Kerrigan is just a voodoo doll. You can replace her for anything you want. That's what gets attacked on January 6th. And her name is Nancy. And who played Nancy? I'm looking at some wild shit. Who played Nancy in Nightmare on Elm Street? What's her name? Heather Langenkamp is her name. Yep. And they kind of look alike, and they're both named Nancy. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a glitch in the Matrix, right? We got Nancy Kerrigan. She looks like Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street, and she was attacked on January 6th. That's what's going on in the world. Other than that, how you fellas doing this weekend?
Absolutely lovely. January 6th was America's nightmare, clearly. And and
Must never forget it.
I'm not surprised this happened in Detroit, and that's all I have.
This is the OG January 6th. We can't forget this. This has to go in the folder of thing. And I'm sure we're not done with January 6th, I'm sure. But Tanya Harding, she was like, fuck that bitch, bro.
This definitely was more significant of our lifetimes.
Yeah, that's true. I think I was probably more aware of Nancy Kerrigan getting hit in the knee than I was of the little skirmish that took place wherever that took place at.
All I know is when the news was talking about January 6th, I was like, Tanya Harding? That's that's all I could think of.
Is this the anniversary or something like that?
That's
Like,
that's all I had to deep dive for a minute.
is
That's all I could think about.
anybody checking on Nancy and see how Nancy's doing?
She get hit with
Is
a pipe
anybody
again?
is anybody trying to spin this that it wasn't about the election? It was outrage over the anniversary of what happened to Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, I think this January 6th was the 30-year anniversary. So that happened last. How long? When did January 6th happen? The new January 6th,
2020.
2020. So they were pissed because we didn't have a 3-year lead up to the 30-year anniversary of Tanya Harding being
Oh,
attacked.
or
It-
or they were pissed that there wasn't the 25-year
right,
commemoration. It
right.
just came and went. Nobody said shit. You talked all that shit about China and the FBI. You didn't say shit about Nancy Kerrigan. Fuck it. We're gonna run. We're gonna rush the White House. We're gonna storm Congress.
You know what? If it's about Nancy Kerrigan, I can forgive everybody. I can forgive everybody.
As can I.
And all that other shit that they said it was about, I reject that reality and substitute my own, which seems to be one of the best things you can do in this particular reality is reject it and substitute your own. So from now on, I'm gonna tell my grandkids that that's what this was about.
Yeah,
When they didn't have a
Nancy Kerrigan.
25 and they didn't look like they were gearing up to do a 30, right in between, we were just like, you know what? Fuck this.
Had
Bro.
enough. We've had enough. And I'll even take it a step further. And the whole reason Parler was shut down is because that was Nancy Kerrigan's base of operations. They wanted to hide the
Oh.
fact that Nancy Kerrigan organized this attack from Parler.
So Nancy Kerrigan, she's like the secret leader of it.
She
She's
was
getting
at the
hurt.
helm.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It does. She's owed so much more. Tanya Harding, nothing even really happened to her. I think she got kicked out of the Olympics, which is like, who cares? And I'm pretty sure she did porn too. So
Yep, she got to make a sex tape. And this shows you the difference that 30 years makes. This was something where, first of all, I don't know what you're gonna do after figure skating anyway. I don't know what
Porn
that
star
career
seems a
path looks
likely
like.
path right to me.
yeah, after figure skating, I would say porn star for sure.
Maybe, but most other figure skaters didn't have to resort to that. So maybe you get a Wheaties box, maybe you get hired at the Gap. I don't know. Something happens after that. But you're not really preparing yourself for any other job. I don't know how much you can get paid just to skate. But it works to dedicate your life to it to get a medal for the Olympics. And I guess they were so the competition was so intense that Tanya Harding felt that she had to go against all these social norms of decorum and sportsmanship, and basically hired a hitman to take out her kneecaps, to sweep the knee. And after that, she was ostracized from society, so she had no choice but to do porn. She had no choice but to go and make a sex tape, and it was a big deal. 30 years later, that's now the aspiration. It's not because you're ostracized. You're trying to get into the in crowd. Look, Ray J fucked me. Can I make makeup now? Can I be famous? Can everyone look at my ass? Please. I'd like $1 billion and 280 million followers. Ray J pounded me out. I'm selling makeup.
I'm already
Can I
in.
have some money, please?
So she was just early. She was just a little early to the game. If this
She
had
should have been the
happened,
first. It should have been keeping up with the Hardings.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, her boyfriend, or her guy that she married, is Jeff Gillooly, and her and Jeff Gillooly got married, and then they sold their sex tape, which was called Tanya and Jeff's Wedding Night. The video released in 1994.
Oh
10
my
They
God, they
years.
didn't waste
they jumped
any
the
time.
ball.
They were like, fuck it, okay,
Fuck.
we're not getting the gold at this year's Olympics. Let's put out a fuck tape.
Wait, what year did she get attacked again?
They
It was
got to
in
be the
94?
originators of celebrity sex tapes though, at this point, right?
I
That was
don't
pretty
know.
quick.
I don't know. Wait, let me see. Let me make sure we got this right here. Yeah, damn, they did. She got attacked in January 1994, and I don't know what month, but they
By
released theirs the
August, she had
same
a
year.
fuck tape.
Oh, wow.
And back then the logistics had to be way more difficult because there was actually studios, cameras weren't as ubiquitous. There
Yeah, to
wasn't the
print
kind of
out
editing
the
equipment.
cardboard box for the tapes.
Yeah, like this took production values and coordination to get it done in less than 12 months. I don't know. Because they didn't even know it was her right away either.
Right, because the dude did it and ran away, and then and then it all just kind of came out like, oh, it's this bitch. Yeah, she played herself, and they got some goofball. It says that her they blame it on the dude. They say her ex-husband is the one who orchestrated the whole thing because
Because
he
they made a
wanted,
Lifetime movie out of it, so they had to
yeah,
blame it on the dude.
because they wanted her to have a better chance at winning the Olympics. So it's the
Well,
guy, definitely was the
And
guy.
Lifetime's always very fair to their male characters, so I believe it. The movies always give males a fair shake.
Bro, if okay, well, I guess this is what's happening. But okay, whatever. I'm not mad at her. It's a long time ago. She made a her and her husband made a
Well, I forgot
video.
she did do the celebrity boxing.
She did celebrity, but she get knocked out.
Tanya Harding is an innovator. I'm starting to realize here. She was doing shit way before motherfuckers were doing it.
And she was way more nefarious. What has Monica Lewinsky done?
Zero.
Monica Lewinsky sucked the president's dick and didn't leverage it into anything.
Nothing.
No kind of branding.
No knee pads. No
Toothpaste,
nothing.
Nothing.
mouthwash, antiseptic mouthwash, cigars. The bitch could have sold cigars.
Yeah, she's just not an entrepreneurial self-starter.
Not at all. And so she didn't, and she was kind of seen more as the victim too. Bill Clinton's the president. He's powerful. Clearly, he took advantage of her. She had no choice. She had no choice. Tanya Harding orchestrated the hit. It's Freudian slip. Tanya Harding came out hoarding. Tanya Harding, she went and took out the competition with violence. That's so much more gross. That's so much more. You might be a bad person. We need to ostracize you from society. Than a woman that felt obligated to suck a presidential penis, but she's the one that leveraged it into a whole bunch of career moves. I feel like Monica Lewinsky really is just dropped the ball. Like that's a tragic story in hindsight.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
you
it
look at
really is.
the career that Tanya Harding has had.
Monica didn't have a Lifetime movie either, didn't she? See,
Nobody. I don't think it was.
No.
There was never a Lifetime.
No,
Wait a minute.
never.
Hold on.
If you're gonna have one Lifetime movie,
no, there was no movie at all.
She wrote a book. That's about it.
Okay, FX.
That doesn't count. We're talking about Lifetime.
Okay, impeachment, American Crime Story, a BJ on American Crime Story.
Okay, but this isn't the Lewinsky story.
Yeah,
like the Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding got a whole
Nancy
Lifetime
Kerrigan
run.
story.
That's sad.
Was she
Lifetime.
the main character, or was Nancy Kerrigan the main character?
Probably
Tanya
Nancy
Harding.
Kerrigan.
I think Tanya
Harding
was the main
just.
character.
I always remember Tanya. Yeah, I just remember.
Wait,
Tanya.
hold on. Okay, so
did someone threaten to shove a bat up her ass and turn her into a popsicle?
I don't know. Maybe that's how she got to where she is. Let me see. Tanya and Nancy, the inside.
And she's the first name, yeah.
So oh wow, they made her the first name because the victim is that's second fiddle.
And once again, 94.
No time
The high watermark.
No time at all. She got the sex tape. She beat a girl with a pipe, pulled out the sex tape, and you had your Lifetime movie.
Bro, guess who
that sounds like a good year.
Guess who plays Nancy Kerrigan in this movie?
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh,
For real?
Yeah. Heather Langenkamp.
This is the same person, dude. Okay, this was all orchestrated. we didn't have the internet and the technology to identify it back then, but now we know. There's way too much that lines up. It's all in 94. Like this was some guerrilla marketing. Like they planned this elaborate scheme for this Lifetime movie. And it's probably one of the best performing Lifetime movies of all time.
Yo, you might be right. We may have just blown the lid off this. And so wait, so was January 6th fake too?
First of all, why of all the places these bitches could be skating, they're in Detroit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
You in
that
one of the
to
most
me.
dangerous places in America.
It's
Just
scary.
delicate white women
When I saw
twirling on
Detroit
ice in
'94, I was like,
Detroit.
uh oh.
Nah, bro, this shit don't look right. I'm confused.
White women, Detroit
All
'94.
right, we're gonna practice in Detroit. We're gonna tell them they have to do it in Detroit. Police are nowhere around. We're just gonna have it in a facility, with nobody's afraid. Everybody's afraid to come. We could easily kneecap this bitch, right? We'll make it a whole thing. And we've already look, the movie's already in production. We
Yeah,
already got the girl from Freddy Krueger to play her. They're basically the same bitch.
yeah.
So they even knew we got to get the girl ready.
Excuse me.
This is horrible.
They, they had it all laid out. They had it all laid
94
out.
was a good year.
For Tanya Harding.
Hell yeah. Tanya had a good year.
It's a glitch in
That
the
was Kim
matrix, bro.
Kardashian 1.0.
That's the
That was
only
the
January 6th I recognize.
yeah.
They've been trying to run this program for a long time. It just finally worked. But Kim, she was the most successful, and there wasn't any violence. There was no violence. Nobody had to get hit in the knee. It was like, no, the violence is maybe what stopped her. Let's just go straight to the sex tape. We don't have to have her. We don't have to have her attack one of her fellow athletes.
That Sully's are too much.
Yeah, let's just go straight to the sex tape and make it interracial this time. Last time she was banging her husband. This time let's just have it be a mediocre singer. Let's just do that. Let's try it. See what happens. And then you get Kim Kardashian. That's how you build a billionaire empire. Bang the right
And
person at the right time and sell the video.
and to be so powerful that to be within her orbit gets you $1 billion. Like, didn't one of her younger sisters like get a
Oh yeah.
makeup deal for $1
Yeah.
billion right out of the gate?
Yep. Yep. Was it the one? No, it was one of them. I know one of them was with the can of soda at the riot. She brought the Pepsi
Yeah, I
to
think
the
that's the
riot.
same one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought so. Because that's all people at the riot need is usually high fructose corn syrup. And if you can, this is optional, but if you can pull it off, they'll be super appreciative. If you manage to get like a hot Cheeto slurry, so you don't have to bring out full bags of hot Cheetos. It's like a mess everywhere, all the littering. You don't want to do that. What you do is you go right to the hot Cheeto factory. You get a whole drum of it. If you get it crushed, you crush it. It don't even gotta be like doodleized, the cheese doodled. It doesn't have to be cheese doodle. You just get the dust and the ingredients and you put a little bit of water in it, you tumble a barrel.
You want to cut it with some cornmeal to really stretch it.
Yeah, put a little bit of sugar in there just so that they are gonna get a burst of energy and they might get rowdy. But the sugar will make sure they crash immediately. So they will have a big burst, but then they'll be sleeping in no time. So don't even worry about it. A little bit of sugar, a little water, and then you get like a not a ladle, but like a big flat spoon, almost like a round spatula, and you just shovel it out. You don't ever stop. Don't ever let your wheels come to a complete stop. Don't don't do that. We're talking about how to feed people at a riot or extremely impoverished areas like in California, Skid Row. This is, so you got soda for sure. The
People who got
Kardashians,
sporks.
yeah, the Kardashians told you soda, but hot Cheeto slurry ladled off the back of a moving vehicle at a brisk pace. You don't want to lollygag because once you start throwing that hot Cheeto mix, it's gonna get real. Trust me. But that's just a suggestion. If you want to handle, a large crowd and you don't want to get yourself hurt, hot Cheetos, because the capsaicin will give. It's almost like giving people hot Cheeto slurry is like a polite macing. It's like macing them, but not really.
Nourishing. You're macing and nourishing.
Right. So you keeping them away from you while feeding them at the same time. So if you ever want to feed the poor and the homeless, make sure it's spicy shit because they might think about attacking you just for fun, but if they just been maced by jalapeno peppers or something like that, then They lose their concentration. So hot Cheetos. That's one thing hot Cheetos is good for. It's keeping a docile, a docile, slightly irritated orally population.
That would have made a better commercial than a Pepsi. I just know that
Yeah,
much.
hot
Just somebody
Cheetos.
walking in, throwing hot Cheetos, and everybody
Yeah.
just
Instead of trying to hand them a can of Pepsi, she just like has
just throws it in the air, and everybody
she
just
got a container of hot Cheetos that looks like that
But you,
a tall oatmeal container, and she's just throwing it at the crowd. I
and it
like to
seems
see
like
it.
a needless risk to just airdrop a sexy Kardashian to get the
Yeah,
rioters' attention. It may
nah,
distract them for a moment, but who knows what happens from there.
you
It
don't want
seems
that.
like the slurry, and I'm pretty sure that hot Cheetos were a product of DARPA. I'm pretty sure there's government research behind hot Cheetos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's on the pathway. That's one of the landmarks. Hot Cheetos is one of the landmarks on the pathway to Soylent Green. Like if you can get them to eat hot Cheetos, we're only 2 steps away from Soylent Green. 2 to 3, 3 steps away. I'll say three from hot Cheetos to something that you have no clue at all what it is, and it just is a government rationed block that they give you. You'd be lucky if it's not the fucking aspic. That's the future that we really trying to avoid. But the Soylent Green future, that's quite possible. Quite possible. I mean, technically, to keep it real, I mean, Velveeta cheese, like that block of cheese in the store, that's pretty much like, Soylent Yellow, technically.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows what that is for real.
But it's not, it's nothing. It's not fucking, I don't think there's any, there might be some food in it like salt and sugar, but I don't think there's any cheese. It's probably just Play Doh.
it's the
With
main
a,
ingredient to mac and cheese.
it's Play Doh with just a different mix, a slightly different mix. It's just clay, and people love it. They put it in a can so you can spray it. When you buy cheese, you got to put it in the refrigerator or it'll get moldy. But if you buy it in a can, you can just leave it on the counter. It's fine.
I always thought yoo-hoos were weird too.
Yoo-hoo is mad fucking weird because it's not milk. Because they don't have to be cold. They could be anywhere.
You
So it's
just sit
something.
in the counter, and it's fucking supposed to
Right?
be milk.
Nah, it's
What?
just water and
It's
cornstarch,
water and chocolate.
thickened water. Well, fuck it, bro. I said earlier, if it's legal and people will consume it, and if you can sell it and sleep at night, then fuck it. Because there's a lot of drinks out there that didn't make it. Remember, they used to sell the V8 tomato juice and shit for people who was on a health kick. It's like,
Bro, that shit
oh,
was the most disgustingest drink I ever drank.
it was virtue signaling. Nobody liked that shit. No,
Then
nobody
they
liked
then
that
they
vegetable
then they
juice.
came out with that high fructose corn syrup juice.
Now
That shit
we
was fire.
back in the game. Back in the game, son. That fucking tomato juice almost took us off of here as a company
That tomato juice once, and I'm like, why are you drinking this shit?
because I'm better than you. That's why
It's
I'm drinking
tomato
it.
sauce. You're
Why I'm
making me
drinking
drink
it.
tomato sauce.
No, I'm at a steakhouse. You ordered a Pepsi. I ordered a V8, so I'm better.
Was is there like any scientific like data that drink was it really healthy at all?
Who cares? It might have been. That's probably why it's not around anymore.
I honestly feel like it's one of those things. It's snake oil. Like I don't think it really did anything.
Nah, you know what? Let me see. I'm
It
gonna go
just
back.
made you feel good because it tasted like fucking tomatoes.
Nah, it's tomato juice. It's got to be good, right?
Let's see the ingredients.
All right, let me put this up here. I mean, most
And
people should
we
remember
need the
this.
1975 ingredient, not
All right, so yeah,
Clamato.
lead.
oh my god. Okay, V8 tomato juice. 19. When did this come out?
94. Let's try
Yeah,
1994 ingredients. Let's see
let's
what it
go with
was like with
94.
Tanya Harding reigning.
What was how your Hardy drinking? Ingredients. Okay. All. Can we find the 1994 ingredients?
No, we're not gonna. I don't think Google's AI is tapped into the absurdity.
Yeah, because it's probably way different now. V8 100% vegetable juice. That's gotta be good, right? It's gotta be. Celery, beets, parsley, juice of tomatoes, carrots, lettuce, watercress, spinach, salt, and what else? But that's gotta be better than the shit that they selling now. All right, so what's in V8 Splash? I know this is like it seems like brand slander, but I'm not. It's not. It's not slander. I'm just
Listen,
saying.
their company was falling apart to the point they gave away free V8 juices to kids. And like I was in middle school and they had like sample packs because they were gonna go bankrupt. Nobody wanted to drink that shit.
High
It
fructose
was
corn syrup, malic acid, natural flavoring. I don't know what the fuck natural flavoring means. I have no clue. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid,
it's
sucralose.
natural. It's
It's
natural.
natural. But
Look at the
what?
fruits on the label. It's natural.
Just trust us. It's just natural flavor. Licorice root extract. What? Pyridoxine hydrochloride?
Listen, once the high fructose corn syrup is in, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's heart clencher right there. High fructose corn syrup will fuck you up. And the other one, just a V8 juice.
It's basically it's really the V8 juice, but we added high fructose corn syrup. Change the game.
Yeah, we just put a bunch of sugar in it and some more water. Yeah, this one has way less ingredients for sure. Still has natural flavoring. I just want to be a jerk real quick, and I just want to know what is considered natural flavoring. Spices are all ingredients that may be declared as natural flavoring. Spices, oleo resins, essential oils, spice extracts. Okay, that's not too bad. As long as the original flavoring source comes from plant or animal material, natural flavoring. The beet, the not beet, the beaver gland flavoring is natural flavor. Castoreum, traditionally used in Sweden for flavoring a variety of schnapps, commonly referred to as beaver shout. Beaver shout. Well, I don't think that castoreum comes from his throat though. So a yellowish exuded from the castor sacs of mature beavers. They use it in combination with urine to mark their territory. So castoreum comes from a sac and it's used to mark a beaver's territory. But for some strange reason in the Matrix, when you squeeze it out and you taste it, it tastes like raspberry or blueberry or something like that. And I don't know how they figured that out. What foods use castoreum? Beverages, baked goods, ice cream, candy, especially in chewing gum.
Oh, I chew gum all the
What is a
time. Oh.
common name? Beaver
Chewing
Indian
on beaver nuts.
breadroot. All right. What flavor is beaver sac juice? It's castoreum. Vanilla. Vanilla, strawberry. I think they use it in
Oh
blueberry
God!
too.
And look at the source on that top one.
A yellow syrupy said, oh, National
National Geographic.
Geographic. Yeah.
If it's too gross for them, if they call that shit beaver goo, that's troubling.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, this is where because it's too hard to get like blueberries, you know. And if there's something else in nature that could give you blueberry flavor, and it just happens to come from a beaver sac, then I
You know
mean,
how rare vanilla beans are?
right, right. But beaver
It's a
sac,
bean.
it's a hard
It
bean to
takes
grow
forever
too.
for those things to reproduce.
It's an orchid. It's an orchid that grows a bean and a flower, and it needs a special kind of bee to pollinate it. But beavers, you can just go rip them up by the dozens.
They keep making more, rip out their ass sacs and squeeze vanilla flavor out.
Right. I didn't tell nature to put vanilla flavor and strawberry, blueberry flavor in beaver sac. That wasn't my suggestion. Nature did that. So I'm supposed to not You know what beaver sack is supposed to beaver sack juice is supposed to taste like? If you had to design a world, if you had to design an existence where the beaver needs that sack to mark its territory, and by mark its territory, it's not going to smell like, ooh, this beaver seems nice. It's supposed to be putrid, so nothing else wants to cross that line and come into your territory. Why would you make that taste like blueberries and vanilla?
Beavers are cucks. Nobody respects their lines that they draw. I'm not staying away. This shit smells like vanilla.
Who do you
I'm trying to
think?
find the asshole that this came out of.
Right. I need to find this where this was excreted from because I need to get familiar with it. And you did it to yourself. Beavers are cucks. Nah, that's amazing. I can't be mad at it. Like I said, if people, it's not like you bought a tub of ice cream and you got a spoonful and you're like, oh, this is disgusting. Tastes like rodent ass. Nah, you were like, oh, this is delicious. Like, oh, well, we win. We win. Just don't Google castoreum. And we'll find another acceptable. We'll just call it natural flavor. How about that? Natural flavor. I love it. It makes sense. Why is this called the assassination of Monica Lewinsky? She never got assassinated, right?
She won. She won.
So why
It's her
they?
character.
This was in
They
2020,
assassinate her
21.
character. Yeah, it's just recently that they started to milk this.
They assassinated her character.
Right.
She did that herself.
No, you blew a married man at work. I mean, and I'm not saying
you caused millions of boys to realize a blowjob is sex.
Right.
We didn't know.
I'm not saying you should be demonized or you should have to wear a scarlet letter, but you can't say you got assassinated after you blew a married man in a work in the office.
And
it'd
you
be
can't say you
different.
didn't know because
It'd be
he's
different if it
president.
was one of those like one of those weird sexual movies they make for middle-aged women. Like the guy spanks her or something like. It'd be different if you was at work and your boss is like, yeah, so if you want that raise, you got to bend over my desk. That's different. He took control. You were in a position where there was nothing you could do, and you left and you felt dirty, so you cried in the shower. Like I get all of that, but not like, oh, I blew him and then went back to work. That it don't. It's not. It doesn't. Either I'm a bigot or it just doesn't land the same. I could be wrong, but it just doesn't feel the same. What'd your boss do to you? Oh, he freaking towered over me and he freaking made me. Oh, damn, that's terrible. Lock him up. Like, what did your boss do to you? Nothing. He sat down in his chair and I blew him to completion. Like, so what do you want us to do? I think our job is done. There ain't much we can do here, lady. You did that, not him. So I guess it could still be a power dynamics, but I don't accept it in that particular exchange. Not that one. Just no, I didn't want to do it. He forced me to do it. Like, oh, so what happened? He put it in my mouth. What then would you do? Nothing. I just, like, oh, okay, well.
He still got 2 terms. Was that his second term that happened or his first?
Oh yeah, that's the end of the second term.
Oh, so, yeah,
okay.
he was getting BJ's the whole time. And then it came out at the end of the second term. Like
he got in trouble cheating on his wife already when he was a governor. It wasn't his first rodeo.
Nah.
It wasn't his
And
first
he
rodeo.
had grape ape charges before that as governor.
He really is black, huh?
Juanita Broderick gave an account. Basically, I think he like graped in like a hotel, like straight up no stop. Now
no
we're
one's
doing
questioning Clinton's name on the list. We all accept it and know it at this point. We just want to know the rest. It's like we know he was there.
It still don't
Well,
prove
supposedly
nothing.
they put something out.
It don't prove nothing. They've done so much work to say we don't even know what he was doing. Yeah, he had an island, but we don't know. There was no trial. He croaked by mistake. I don't know. He just died in his sleep.
I was hanging out with Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, he just
I
died in his
don't.
sleep. He may have had some parties, but we don't know what was happening there. That's the whole nat. So even if they released a list, this is everybody who was there. Like, well, we never even admitted to what was even happening. So what does that even say that they was there? It's just it's smoke and mirrors at this point. Like the woman who got convicted, what did she get convicted for? The friend, didn't the buddy her his
Just
Giselle,
Lane.
yeah,
just Lane.
she got convicted of something, right?
Yeah,
Like
That's
what
more.
crime did she commit? I'm gonna have to look it up.
Jizz Lane. Jizz Lane. The lane of
The
jizz.
lane
bro.
where you jizz.
I'm still blown at the part where like she's like, you didn't finish him off. I had to finish you. I had to finish him off for you.
In 2021, he was found guilty of child blank trafficking and other offenses in connection with the deceased financier. To
Well,
so
they got her on diddling charges.
so he dies mysteriously. He gets sent to jail, guilty of trafficking, but there's no victims and there's no offenders.
Well, they make her seem like she's accessory to the fact, but she was part of the whole scheme too.
And she's in Florida too. She might not do them whole 20.
Nah, Florida is filled with female teachers banging their male students.
And I
It's
missed
not
that
gonna
whole.
keep a woman molester in jail. That's so not Florida.
So he dies before anybody can actually pin any charges on him. He gets charges and can be for being in connection with him, but I don't know how that works. How do you get the person who you admit trafficked children and you have a list of people who are potential clients because they all been to where the trafficking was happening, but you're just like, nah, don't worry about it. That's kind of yeah. This is all that we can't. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. There's no real way to know who did what. So we heard Stephen Hawking was there. We know he ain't do nothing. So probably nobody else did either.
I'm not gonna dig any further.
Yeah, it's pointless. If Stephen Hawking was there, it was probably just all innocent. Because we know at the very least he didn't do anything to anybody. Somebody might have done something to him. He didn't do nothing to nobody.
Somebody probably thought he was a kid for a minute.
Maybe that's what he went there for.
He was disguised as a child. My name is Billy. I'm 12 years old.
I got stuck backwards upside down in my wheelchair. I'm stuck. Help me out. No, that's terrible. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that shit. I'm guessing it's over. She's in jail. He's croaked, and nobody cares who's on that list. So
Did they take pictures of like his island and stuff like that? Like he had a temple, right?
yeah, I did see. I
He had a
definitely saw some
temple.
pictures.
He had boxes and boxes and boxes of media that they're coming out and saying has all been lost.
Well, that's
It's so silly. It's so silly that we're even trying to concoct a story. They're still talking about it as if it's speculation that it was a blackmail operation. What the fuck is on all the DVDs? What was on all the security camera? Bitch, you know exactly what it was. Why else would you keep videos of people fucking? For what? He wasn't a
You can watch
pornographer.
him. You might want to watch him later.
No,
or...
Jeffrey
you gotta
Epstein
hold
did
it for
not
10
have
years.
enough time to stroke his egg penis to fucking hundreds of thousands of hours of shit. No. Look, if he jerked off full time, that's too much for one man to consume. He wasn't keeping it as his own personal jerk collection.
He wasn't
It
getting
was
high on his
clear.
own supply.
No, it was a blackmail operation.
Would you really be jerking off if you like have a whole operation? I don't know.
Right? If you gotta coordinate that shit like there's not an internet to jerk to.
It's like I do this every day live 3 times a day.
No.
Why
No,
would
listen,
you-
that's not good enough for me. That's not getting my dick
Let's
hard.
go back
Look,
and watch the tapes.
I
Yeah.
have for small children or teenage girls. I don't know if there's any small children from what I've seen so far. But I listen. I gotta
16
lure
and up.
some.
I'm
I
fine.
gotta lure some teenage girls and the most powerful political, scientific, and financial people on the face of the earth. That's how I get my rocks off. I need the fucking a Prince of England. I need a top tier Harvard biologist. I need one of the most gifted lawyers of all time. I need Bill Gates. I need this dude had the most important people that are responsible for the world that the rest of us live in all coming to his island to fuck. That is not his own personal jerk collection. That's a blackmail operation. Clearly. And they're still going on TV like,
No,
wow.
it's just that it was just safe. He had a safe space where, because I could come to your house, you go to his house. Why don't everybody just come here?
Come to
That'll
my
make it
jerk
easy.
temple.
Just come exactly. Come to the Wank Temple. Everybody will be happy. You know, and I'll just secretly capture a whole bunch of video. That way, if anybody forgets anything, we could always just check the tape.
Nah, man. Nah, look, I'll believe it when they stop lying that they lost the media. They didn't fucking lose the media. And look, if there's a bunch of CDs that are labeled presidents and hot wet asses for, all right, that's his jerk material. If it's we're gonna invade Yemen with this tape, then no. Then of course it's blackmail. If it's just listing who it is, hey, this is Clinton. This is Jeff Bezos. This is Bill Gates. This is Brett Weinstein. This is Alan Dershowitz. This is okay. Then you know what it is. These are people that can make things happen in the world. They know something. They're masters of their craft. They wield extraordinary power. If you're an intelligence agency that wants to be able to control the world or gain access to information, these are the people who you may. These are the people that are going to have ins with people that you would want to have ins with, and you'd want to have some sort of leverage over them to make sure they're on your side for your purposes. So you go to the Epstein fuck palace on an island with a temple. First of all, when you go there, that's not a cue. There's some weird shit. No, we hung out and we talked about physics, and we'd have very interesting meetups with other power. But when you got there, you're like, yo, why are all the foot massage girls looking so young? What the fuck is up? Is that a temple just on the corner? Why are we on an island? This is international waters. I don't think we're under the jurisdiction of any authorities out here.
It's not
We
it's not
couldn't.
getting weird enough for you, sir.
And he's still like, I don't know, 15-year-old bitch. Keep rubbing my feet. I'll figure this out. I'll solve this mystery eventually.
Yeah, you just keep
rubbing my
rubbing.
feet till I
I'm
figure
gonna
something.
keep
You just keep
thinking.
rubbing those feet. Just
I'm
figure
gonna
it
keep
out.
thinking. You keep rubbing, and we gonna figure this out together. And I think I might be able to think a little bit better in private. So let's just go back to my room.
But you gotta tell me what that temple
We're gonna
is for,
figure it out. We're gonna
please.
figure it out. Trust me. Two heads are better than one. You two come with me. And Epstein's like, yeah, you go ahead. You figure. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna just send some people to take care of the foot massage. Bro, listen. You don't go there unless you already know. They can't risk it. They can't risk it. They can't risk bringing you there if you haven't already proven yourself.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, you don't just go to the island right off the top, like, hey, want to come chill? And then you in there like, this is weird. Now, they already know what's up. If you get invited to the island, who's running it now? Did Disney buy it or something?
I'd love to know.
Pretty sure Disney bought it.
Pixar, maybe, or something like that?
Lifetime
Well,
owns half of it.
Disney bought it. It was like, how much for the island and all the inventory?
No, Disney didn't buy it. Disney just reclaimed it.
They reclaimed it, right? It was
Right.
like eminent domain or something. Like in the event that something happens to Mr. Epstein, everything gets automatically transferred back to Disney.
No, that's where they were
Allegedly.
grooming their Mickey Mouse All Stars. That's like the little island, the grooming island.
It's like a football camp.
Britney Spears was there. Justin Timberlake was there. They were all
the
there.
greats, all the grooms,
All the
greats,
hits.
all the hits.
They went to Epstein training camp. That's horrible. That's horrible. But not if you
That's
well,
Disney.
But if you're putting out stars and hits, I
Can
mean,
you argue?
I mean,
All of your kids loved all of these, and I keep seeing more. That Adams Family bitch is that's a Disney product. There's more. Who's what's the other girl? Olivia Rodrigo.
yeah,
Like there's
yeah,
there's there's the whole new line of scantily clad bitches that all of your kids were watching. Just be kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's a creepy kid to whore pop pipeline with Disney. It's like, oh, it's the Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, they're adorable. They have little ears, and we play little games, and we make jokes, and all our kids watch them. And you've been watching too, right? Yo, that bitch is legal in 6 months.
oh
Oh my
shit.
God. Is that really how the public is the public really lined up that way? I don't know, but Disney feels like that must be it. Because as soon as they turn 18, it's like, look, push your titties up, put on this scantily clad shit, get out there and sing a song. We'll auto tune it. Don't worry. We just get out there and be sexy.
And
I
if
don't
it
know. That's
works,
weird. Like everybody gave who was that chick? Catch Me Outside. How about that? Um, I forget her name, but everybody was like, "This is disgusting." She's just turned 18. I think she made something like 2 million or 5 million, something crazy in one night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, just because it was like, yo, hot off the presses. This is fresh out of the oven. This is the earliest you could pluck this legally. Here you go. I'm just putting it out there. And she got bank because of it. And everybody's like, that's disgusting. That's Disney's business model. That's Disney's business model. So I don't know. I don't know how Bad Barbie could get so much bad press when Disney's literally been doing that for like 40 years.
they make hits, bro. You can't argue with hits.
They got hits. That the pastor even grabbed Ariana Grande's titty. I think she's from that same
Yeah, that did happen.
origin point. Yeah, has some kids show or something.
That definitely happened. I remember it. He was
He was
hugging
not
her.
subtle.
He was hugging her super tight. You know what? Hold on. Let me take a look at that real quick. I was just looking at where the castor sacs are located on a beaver, just in case.
They
You,
look like nuts. I mean,
well, I mean, I'm sure I can show this on YouTube. It shouldn't be a problem, right?
these are testicles, dude.
Well, not really, because they're inside, they're not outside.
No, we're splitting hairs.
Eh,
They're ovaries, which are gonads, which are basically testicles. The same
Possibly,
thing.
but they're for marking territory. They're not for
Okay.
reproduction.
Tastes
All
like
right.
vanilla.
You look at those vanilla nut sacks and you tell me they're too close to scrotums.
I mean, when you're hanging over your finger like that,
You can only think of one thing.
And to
but
note that this is an ancient Swedish brewing technique. The Swedes have been doing this for thousands of years.
they figured it out. Some dude was being a weirdo and was like, "Wait a minute, it tastes
Do
like
I take a
vanilla."
hint of vanilla? I've been sucking this beaver's dick for 30 minutes and it hasn't stopped tasting like vanilla. I got to find out where the origin point of this is
he
and
goes,
make a schnapps.
he goes running back to his homie that got all the liquor and shit like that. He's like, "All right, look, now hear me out. Don't judge me. Trust me. Don't ask me where I found this out at. I'm just gonna give you some liquid, and I want you to mix it into the alcohol and taste it. Don't ask any other questions." Who? Yeah, I'd really like to know who figured that out. It seems weird, but it's also it worked, right? I mean,
But I think I don't think it was with the public's full knowledge and consent. I think most Swedish people would have been disgusted by it. But I think what happened was it was so many years of delicious,
right,
intoxicating schnapps
right.
that when they finally came clean, I'm like, all right, look, we've been squeezing beaver nuts into the liquor. They're just like, fuck it, it's delicious. It ain't killed me yet. I mean, I'm not gonna stop drinking it now. I mean, so once it became a part, and that's all it is. Until society at large accepts it, they'll just call it natural flavoring. That's it. But that's because we haven't we're not evolved enough yet to see the value in fetal parts and beaver nuts. So they have to make us declare it's delicious and I'll never stop eating it first, and then they can start labeling what those natural flavorings are.
Castorium is the original slurm.
There wasn't somebody saying like Doritos have like baby dust or some shit on them.
Baby dust?
I heard there was some kind of like fetal. Look up fetus Doritos. Just those two words together gotta bring
Doritos
up.
fetus. There's a fetus Doritos commercial. No, I don't see anything.
The ad. They were saying that there was some kind of flavoring that was like a byproduct of fetuses in Doritos. It might be BitChute reporting.
Yeah, it's out flavoring conspiracy. What you're really eating? I don't know. If it's baby powder in there, you should let us know right at the top of the article. Don't try to drag me down slowly. Start with that. There's baby dust in Doritos, allegedly.
That's what I heard. Is it was something fetal.
But does it make it taste better?
I
That's always going to be my
you
first
can't
question.
argue with flavor.
You can't argue with flavor. Somebody trademark that. We could sell it to one of those guys on the Food Network.
You
We
can
have a
taste the
traveler food
difference.
show. You can't argue with flavor. Bam, Emerald Lagasse. No, that's real shit. Because if it works, it works. If he's like, look, I scared a baby for an hour and then I cracked the back of his head open and drank the juice that came out and I look 20 years younger. I'm just gonna be like, well, damn, you kind of look 20 years younger. I mean, it's fucked up that works. I don't know what kind of mechanism that is, but it seems to have worked. If it works, you can't really argue. Where'd you get the baby? Nobody's reporting the baby missing. Somebody traded you the baby. Oh, okay. She said she wanted to be in a movie, so you gave her the baby. You drank the baby, then you put her in a movie. Okay, Fast and Furious 12. Okay, all right. Well, that's y'all business.
Baby pipeline
All
from
right,
Disney.
here's why I don't believe it. Here's what you can look up because you just have to do it as no. So, no, food products don't contain fetal tissue. Fact check. Fetal tissue is not in your food drinks, experts say.
Experts say.
Yeah, nobody
Experts say.
believes experts anymore. The moment you tell me experts say there's no babies in my Dorito, I'm like, oh, this. I just assume there's got to be nothing but babies in Doritos.
It's mostly babies at this point.
I would think, right. There's barely a drop of corn. There's no corn tortilla in this. It's baby.
No, the babies are raised on corn. We feed the babies corn.
Baby and corn-fed fetal
Corn-fed
tissue.
babies, and then we use the babies to make the Doritos. So technically, the Doritos do have corn. Because babies can't digest corn. They get fat on it, but it's all still in there. And that's why we get
Oh,
such a
here,
good
hold on. The Beaumont Enterprise. Food made of aborted fetuses needs clear labels, Texas bill says. So here's the alternative. Because Newsweek, USA Today, or whatever, told us absolutely not. The Associated Press, absolutely not. There's no babies. There's no babies in the food. And then little did you know, there's a bill before Congress. We don't. If you're gonna, it's not even no. You can't use baby parts. It was you need to at least label it.
shit.
We're not saying don't sell the baby parts in the food. You just need to at least label it. That's what a decent civilization would do.
A Texas Republican proposed a bill in the state legislature calling for any food that contains aborted human fetal tissue to be clearly labeled. However, according to one federal agency, there is no need.
It's
said,
already
well,
we have a thing called natural flavorings.
hey, they said
It meets
if
the
it
criteria of
contains,
natural flavorings. You don't got to label that shit.
what I'm saying is, if it contains aborted human fetal tissue, you should put that on the label. And the guy's like, "What do you mean aborted human fetal tissue? What? What are you talking about? Like, no, we already know. We just want you to put it on the label. You already know what. Like, come on, man. The jig is up, bro. The jig is up. Nobody said you can't use it. We just need you to label it properly. It's
Yeah, the
natural.
fact that that conversation wasn't even captured,
Yeah.
it was a foregone conclusion, meaning everybody in the know has already known, oh, yeah, we've been eating fetal tissue for sure. Of
Yeah. We're
course.
beyond that. We're past that.
But
Past that.
we're at least got a crisis of conscience that's emerged in should we tell people by labeling it? Are they ready to know about beaver nuts? Are they ready to have their Swedish watershed moment where their eyes can be fully opened and they can come into the fullness of the reality that they're living in? Are they ready? Can we stop calling this shit natural flavorings? That's what really goes on in Congress. They have meetings to figure out, all right, are we ready to stop calling this natural flavorings yet? Can the public handle it? And then the story emerged and then it went away. And to this day, I still don't know. Well, what part of the fetuses exactly are being used to make the Doritos delicious? And are they still being used? All that shit popped up with Subway. Not one Subway got closed. There's no tuna DNA in the
Nah.
tuna. There's no bread in the bread, but they keep selling it and nobody got shut down. It's just natural flavorings.
Because it goes all the way to the top. Sun said, quote, unfortunately, many Texans are unknowingly consuming products that either contain human fetal parts or were developed using human fetal parts. While some may not be bothered by this, there are many Texans with religious or moral beliefs that would oppose consumption. He's just, I don't, is he just sandbagging on purpose? Like, y'all gotta, that's like somebody walking up to you saying, have you stopped beating your wife yet?
Yeah, because as you read the article, I mean, maybe it's just me, but what I'm curious about is what parts of the baby for what flavors. That's what I want to
Right.
know
Is it the
about.
Cool Ranch? Is it
But
spicy? Which ones need baby and which parts make it taste like that? We need
but
more
they just
information.
gloss over that. They're just like, yeah, the Food and Drug Administration doesn't allow the sale of foods containing human tissue in the U.S., a spokesperson said, adding that such a product designed for animal or human consumption doesn't even
Yeah.
exist. So that's their official line. It doesn't exist. But I don't know. I don't believe them.
I don't
I don't
either.
believe the experts anymore.
You know, I think we should do. I think it deserves some absurdity mining. I think we all need to sit down one day and put our heads together and figure out what demographic of babies and what parts make what flavors for Doritos. We look at all their flavors. You're like,
Oh
is
shit.
that a Mexican baby's liver that does that, or is it Puerto Rican's baby's toes? Which one is
Mexican
it?
foie gras?
That's
Just
yeah, yeah.
making the sweet chili pepper?
Dorito. I'm telling you, if we put our heads together, flavor list. How many flavors do they have?
Oh, it's endless now, bro. It's endless.
Oh my god. Well, flaming hot and flame. Okay, we got flaming hot nacho, and flaming hot limon. See, I mean, we got this. I can. It's screaming out which babies they use for which one. See, all I knew about was the nacho and the Cool Ranch, and the only Spanish ones, spicy nacho, salsa verde. We know those are Mexicans for sure. White cheddar, not sure. Yeah, we can figure it out. It's a lot going on in Dorito. That's a lot of babies, bro. It's a lot of
A
babies.
lot of babies.
But listen, like you said, I stand by the statement. You can't argue with flavor. It's very difficult to argue. If it's successful, you're winning. Freaking tastes great. You're not gonna get a lot of pushback from me. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
I'm still a sucker for a ranch Doritos.
Yeah, yeah. I don't eat Doritos personally anymore.
you
But
don't you don't like you don't like the baby powder?
nah, bro, I can't do it. Can't do
You
it.
don't like the African Negro flavoring?
All those all those kid foods don't do it anymore for me. Those are, you got to be young to eat those. You got to have a high
you gotta
metabolism.
you gotta try cheese in a can. It's fantastic.
Nah, fuck that. Canned cheese, canned cheese is just a disregard for your existence. You don't even care. You don't even give a shit if you're eating canned cheese. And I get it because I've eaten it before, and I know how euphorically good it tastes. And that's because it exists outside of reality. There's nothing inside of it that's real. So you're just tasting some fantastical concoction
Aged
made
cow nut.
made to hack your brain into thinking that it's getting something that's good for it. So it's really just canned cheese is really just a drug that you take to make you feel like you're eating food. That's what it is. It's a drug designed to make you think you're eating food. It's not actually food. And that's what it is. Canned cheese. Like it's just for people who want to feel like they're eating something, but they don't actually want to be responsible for any nutrients or anything like that. You want to have some fun? Do this drug. It's like snort a line of canned cheese, and it's gonna your brain's gonna tell your body that you had a meal. There's no food in it, but it's gonna tell your body you had a meal. It's like it's meth, bro. But so is sugar. Sugar, like I said, is the devil's dandruff. It's terrible, but it's a great fucking drug that we can get ripped on. It's very addictive. That's for sure. So put it
I'm
in
just
everything.
I'm just curious who was solicited to solve that problem that nobody was complaining about. So when are the scientists finally going to get our cheese in the can? When will I live long enough to the day where we can aerosol cheese onto a cracker? I don't know who organized human capital for that purpose that solved that problem.
People were tired, brother. I've been putting this archaic ass little square of cheese on my cracker. It's just stupid. I want to be able to spread it like butter, but I don't want butter on a cracker. That's dumb. I want spreadable cheese. Well, there is some spreadable cheeses, like not that soft cream cheese bullshit. I want it to be bright yellow like cheddar, orange like cheddar cheese, but I want it spreadable. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to spread it. I want to spray it onto my cracker. How about that? Put it in a can like spray paint, but instead of paint, it's cheese.
And
Okay.
if I can't have that, then this isn't America.
We can't figure out the refrigeration and the whole. Well, why does it need to go in the refrigerator? I want to keep it out
Well,
here by the TV next to the remote control. I don't want to put it all the way back there in the fridge.
put
I
it
want
back every time I don't want. What if I want cheese
it.
again in 30 minutes?
I gotta get up and go. No, I'm not doing that. And then the can's gonna be cold. I don't know. I want to sit it right here by the ashtray and by the remote control and leave it right there. So when I come and sit down, the cheese is right here waiting for me. Like, well, cheese will get moldy, and it's like, well, fix it, fix it. I want my cheese to be sprayable.
This is
I'm
America. Figure it out.
I might not even want a cracker. I might just spray it right in my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's how I want to evolve in my humanity. I don't even want a cracker as a cheese vehicle.
That's wasted real estate. I could have just had more cheese, more spray cheese. Yeah, how that just didn't set alarm bells off. We've just been sold on everything. It's just, oh, it's innovative. It's new. Humans have done something clever again. Oh, look at them go.
Yeah.
We've developed something new. And I was cool with regular. I mean, I always thought it was amazing that we took cow piss and made it into a block of deliciousness. There's just cow titties just spraying out shit we probably shouldn't be consuming. And then we found out how to make it into a calcium rich brick, a brick of fat and calcium. That's already kind of impressive. Nope, not good enough. Can you do this? Can you now just get rid of the cow? We'll get a little bit of like derivative milk shit. We'll turn it into a powder, and then we'll just mix it in with a million other chemicals to emulate the taste of cheese
Right.
that can
Hack
be
the
sprayed
brain.
from a can. Now it's not even, but that's innovation. No, I think that's too far. I think we had something good. We figured out how to hang out with the cows long enough to start getting useful shit out of them, and we made some innovations in the shit they were spraying out, and we figured out some delicious shit. We figured it out, and we made different varieties. We're good. But to look at that and say, you know what? Now, how can I just do the same thing without nature? I don't know, man. It's an abomination. cheese in a can is an abomination that no one should consume. It's not fit for human consumption.
Bro, she's about
Does she
to.
leave this out for days or something?
She can. No, I think she's doing like a crazy challenge where she. Oh, look how much. Look at this. She's squeezing it all into one big. Oh, down the mouth. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder what that sounded like. Hold on, let me hear that. Oh, you can't really hear it. That's good. She ain't even spraying. She's just sucking it out of the can. This might be okay. This might be one of those weird YouTube videos. Oh my god. Oh, she's going hard on that can. Oh my god. What is she gonna do with this? Oh my god.
This is the most disgusting shit I've ever seen.
She looks disgusted. She looks like she's about to hurl.
This is 2 girls, 1 cup, dude, level of disgustingness.
It's not even soft anymore. What happened to it? Is it like, is it non-Newtonian now or something?
It hardens up when it's left out. It
See,
connects
nobody's
with air.
ever left it out before. They just you put it on a cracker, you eat it. You don't let it sit like that. Oh, it's just spray
This
foam.
bitch is eating it like noodles. It is. It's oh shit. It is. It's the same fucking technology.
Spray foam, bro.
That shit fell out of favor. Like I guess in the 70s, everybody's like, "Oh, it's so funny. It's silly string." Oh, and then like, "Fuck, we can't move these cans of silly strings. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. This Nintendo." So they're like, "Fuck it. Let's just add some salt to that shit
Look how
and
hard
make
it
it
is.
spray cheese."
Look how hard it is. She's trying so
Yeah.
hard to get it down.
Yo, this is kidney failure. How are you not concerned
Oh,
about your ability
it's not.
for your body to continue to work?
She's really doing it though. She's a fucking trooper, bro. She's a trooper.
Dude, you know how much salt that is?
You don't give a shit. Oh, no, bro. She couldn't eat all that. She dumped a lot of that shit. There's no way. There's no
Is
way.
there jump cuts?
No, the time it speeds up, but she's got her phone right there showing that there's no jump cuts. Now the phone's going pretty smooth. Wow. In 20 minutes? That is
All right, she's got to throw that up. There's no way that stays down.
Seriously awesome. Thank you, Matt. Excuse me.
oh boy.
Matt's also the in the Van Hitchville.
She looks like she's gonna pop. Was that her last video? No, she's I guess she's one of these people. She's a power eater, or whatever they call them. She's balling. 500 balls, meatballs. Yeah. Hey, go for it. Have a good time. I must say though, I'm surprised that she survived the spray cheese.
As am I.
I didn't think there was much of a future after that. Unless they've just been cloning her every time she croaks. That's also a possibility. Because I personally don't think eating that much spray cheese is survivable. I'm having a hard time with that.
I feel like it's like that foam that seals up leaks.
Yeah.
I feel like you put that on your insides, like it's just sealing shit up.
Yeah.
Like a serious medical intervention would be necessary.
Oh, yeah. You definitely don't poop for a week or two after you do that. No,
Oh,
you
come
can't.
on, 500 balls?
Yeah, 500 meatballs, I guess.
Yeah, but she's got 500 balls. This is the way. You got to be provocative.
Yeah, that's how you get the views, man. I love it. 24,000 views 12 days ago. She's balling. She's balling. We want to see her social blade real quick.
Holy shit.
277,000 subscribers.
If this bitch makes $1 million a year, I'm gonna kill myself. You guys are gonna have to continue this journey without me. I'm out.
Okay, we social blade here. It says only a grand a month so far. Well, she may not be. I'm not sure what that's about. 14,000 a year. I wonder why that is. Cause she 277,000 subscribers, 650 uploads. I don't know. Seems like she should be making more. Maybe it's just not a popular niche. They're not paying her a lot. No, but she got a lot of high view videos. She's doing it, bro. She's getting free money from eating stuff. Low effort, high reward. That's what I'm for. That's what I'm for because the algorithm has made space for it. It may not be hard farts may not be the path for everybody, but you can if you search deep within yourself, you'll find your own personal jar fart, whatever that is. It could be anything, but you'll find it. You'll be like, you know what? This is an extremely low effort thing. I figured out how to do this little bitty thing and sell it to people a bunch of times and make money. Instead of complaining about other people doing it, figure it out. Meditate on it. What's your jar fart? What is it that you would hustle with no remorse? Sleep well at night. Be like, yep, I made 40 grand last month selling this goofy shit. You love it. And anybody who says they wouldn't love it has been successfully indoctrinated by the system that was designed to exploit you. That's you. You're the guy. Like, even if all my bills was paid, I would still go out on that oil rig every day because the world needs me. Like, get the fuck out of here. Broke back oil rig. That's why you don't want. That's why you don't want to stay home. Nobody would choose that. Nobody would choose that. That shit's horrible. And you do it because they pay you good, and you deserve it because nobody else wants to do that job. But what's your jarred fart, bro? Be honest with yourself. You don't want to do this forever. You don't want to do it anymore. If all your bills was paid, you probably wouldn't go back to whatever job. You woke up tomorrow morning, you had $100 million in the bank. You wouldn't be like, yeah, but I like Arby's. I really like it there. You'd be like, fuck Arby's. I'm out of here. So yeah, I guess that's the real mission in life in this new economy is to find what your jarred fart is.
Yeah. AI is going to take all the other jobs away. We're going to have to
Right.
figure out how to get social credit bucks from each other
Mm-hmm.
by being valuable on YouTube. We're all going to have to find something.
Something. No matter what it is, it's something that could be unique to you. You don't got to follow no trends. You could be like, man, my shit's boring. All I care about, I collect old cologne bottles. Like, put a camera on it, make 10 pieces of content every day, and before you know it, you'll be getting 10 grand a month from YouTube because people will be like, look at this crazy motherfucker with his cologne bottles. It all works itself out. YouTube is
And
trying to give us a path.
absolutely. And there's alternatives too. If you want a second job or you're not cutting into YouTube, you start squeezing some shortbread through your toes on OnlyFans. There's something for everybody. There's a way. Listen, and I hate to
Gotta
be
spread
the
those
the
wings.
messenger. What'd you say?
So we gotta spread those wings.
Got to spread those proverbial wings, the toe webbing. Got to spread that delicious toe webbing for the creeps to tip you. And that's the way. But AI is going to take all of our jobs. We're all going to be basically internet prostitutes. So we're just getting a jump on it. Getting ahead of the curve and find the way that you're going to prostitute yourself on the internet in the new economy. Because you're gonna have to figure out something that a robot can't do. We're not impressed by a robot eating 48 cans of sprayed cheese.
He can't do it. It would die. All it would come up
The
to work.
robot was shut down. The machinery ceased to work, but somehow that chick did it.
That would actually kill the AI that everybody's worried about. If you went, if you went to whatever machine is running Mid Journey or Chat GPT that you're scared of, and you open it up and you just put 24 cans of spray cheese in it, threat neutralized. Skynet offline. It's over. But that lady can do it and make a living on YouTube. They're not the same as us. Trust me. Yeah, I think YouTube is giving us a perfect opportunity. Oh, before we go, I gotta shout this guy out again, man. I came across his videos again the other night, and it just reinvigorated me. It reinvigorated me to keep drilling and mining into absurdity because you never know where it's going to lead you and how much good it's going to bring into your life. This guy created this meme Now, don't. It's not like it's easy. It's not like some random stupid shit that anybody could do. He had some skills. He had something he was clearly interested in, and he did it. He just made some shit. He didn't overthink it. He didn't let it fucking. Oh, how do I? He just made some shit, and every time he puts one of these up, it gets a fucking 100 million views. That's what he did, and we're gonna go to his social blade in a second too. The guy's YouTube channel is The Fuck Boom. These are like the later ones. It's part 60.
Put hold on. Yes, put dispensers. Put hold on.
Yeah.
So the skibidi toilets, they
So that's what he does. Is he makes weird shit and heads in toilets singing. 95 million views on this one. So yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. And then if I go back over here, go back over here. Is Doobie sleeping on the phone? Yo, that's fucking hilarious. That is classic shiftless behavior.
In his defense, this is all out of love. This is a passion project.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this guy, the timing, you can't beat the timing. But yeah, dude, this guy's making like fucking $1 million a month off YouTube.
Are you serious?
If I can find,
Fuck
there
my
it is.
life.
Oh, look at his earnings. Up to
So the
30 million a
estimate-
year.
It's between 2 and 30. I mean, that's a big gap, but
Yeah.
I could see being happy with either.
Either way, if that's somewhere between there annually from Skibbity toilet videos. So Absurdity is worth mining. That's all I'm saying. Anybody who has a crazy idea that doesn't make any sense and is fucking stupid and only you get it, it's still worth creating it and making it available for people to consume because you just never know. And I'm starting to think this reality of rewards absurdity a little bit. You step out on paradox and go nutty. It kind of rewards it. It is a path for that. So I say go for it. Try it out. Do some crazy shit. We're doing some of that on the side too. And see where it takes us. May bring you some money.
Can we end with Barrington Levy warning Heather?
Oh yeah, who actually was it? Is that the new one? Hold on, let me go here. Yeah, we got Barrington Levy is one of our new favorite characters. He's he's trying to give her some clues, but she's not listening.
He tried to tell her.
Is anybody home? Hello?
He's just trying to warn people of impending danger. And this is the only way he knows how to do it.
Hey, Pam. Hello?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's funny. It makes me laugh. So I don't know what other justification I need to put it on YouTube. I think that's all the justification you need. That's amazing. And we're gonna make about 70 of those. Oh. It just never stops. He's just gonna be continuously warning people of danger. I think that's a motif that deserves to be explored as deep as it could possibly be explored. So I'm down to do it. I'm down to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna let you brothers go and enjoy the rest of this evening. Get some rest. I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna find me some grub. I'm gonna watch something ridiculous on TV and work on some more patterns. I don't know. Matter of fact, I didn't show you guys it. I gotta send you some links to the stuff I've been working on. I got some crazy some fabric work I've been doing for some clothing and shit. So I'm gonna have to link you to some of that. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate y'all making time. And yeah, I'm gonna get a couple videos out this week, and whenever you got time to link up, put our heads together on something, just holler at me. We can make it happen.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Y'all
Peace.
enjoy the rest of the night, man. Peace.
Peace.